It is, I think, the 12th of August.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew the 9th because I knew Rough and Rowdy. Brought to you by High Noon. The vodka iced tea is here. Real vodka, real iced tea. I'm just hammering them. That's all I'm drinking right now. It's such a great summer drink. 90 calories. They got original peach lemon raspberry. Visit highnoonspirits.com to find the pack near you. It is the drink of the summer. So if you haven't had them, try them. All right. Bunch to get to. First of all, I'm having a real tired day. Super tired. That's why I was late with you guys, because I just a noodle, an all-time noodle.
A lot of boating.
I was back on the boat yesterday.
Captain Dave takes a lot out of you when you're on the high seas, you know?
Yeah, no, successful, very successful. It's funny, when the boat turns on, suddenly I can maneuver it like a champion. Not much anybody could do. Fucking Dennis Conner couldn't have done anything with my boat when it didn't turn on. Anyways, Olympic men's basketball, a lot to get to there. Great game. Steph Curry, the golden dagger, or whatever you want to call it. I texted Dan immediately after because I really do think this solidifies Steph Curry being the player of the generation. Over how LeBron, by the way, got the MVP is that shows you how he just, it's like China, the state-run media, of which he is a fan of China, by the way. Crazy. He got the MVP, but I mean,
is it a game MVP or tournament MVP?
Tournament.
Well,
but the last two were all when they beat
Serbia.
I don't know.
Serbia was LeBron.
Yeah, he had a triple-double.
In the non-medal games, I don't care about that.
Serbia was Steph, too. Steph scored 60 points in the last two games.
It should have been Steph. Yeah. I don't think it,
Dave, I mean, listen, you're not wrong. LeBron's like a decade of LeBron's excellence in the NBA. The other guys got 4 titles.
Exactly. And I would say, looking at how things shake out, like KD goes to Golden State to get his ring, and then he leaves. He can't win. Listen, people talking like the super, like KD and Devin Booker, as far as my research notes, they're on the same fucking team. And they stink. The Phoenix stinks. So KD went to Brooklyn. Can't get past the first round. Can't do a dick in Phoenix. So he had to go to Golden State to get his ring. You have to go to Curry. LeBron had to create a super team around himself to get rings. Dwayne. So I was going to say Dwayne Wade. That's wrong. But no, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's correct.
Find yourself. You're kind of rambling here. You're kind of rambling here. You're losing.
No, he went to Miami.
Well, he went to Miami with
Wade and Bosh.
Yeah.
He needed them. He had to join Wade's super team. So in the Lakers, he hasn't made it past the first round. So Steph Curry wins with anybody around him. You guys are, Dan, you're laughing. I think I don't even think it's close.
No, listen, LeBron. Can we talk about the game real quick? That was awesome to watch, and I was actually rooting for LeBron in the fact that I was rooting for America, which you weren't, Dave. Trader
Correct.
Dave.
No,
you
Dan,
and Shea and Frank just eating your fucking baguettes, being a piece of shit.
I don't know what Shea and Frank's deal is. I'll tell you this. Well, Shea's a Knicks fan, right?
Che bet on every team except the U.S.
But listen, here's my point on rooting against it. First of all, I was furious the way they treat Tatum. And I don't care. This team comes together for 2 weeks. They're guys on their team. LeBron, you suddenly want me to root for that piece of shit? No, I can't do it. He's been a rival of mine forever. There's other guys like on the team who I don't like. I'm trying to think. There's one other
That's fine. Listen, you can say whatever you want, but the fact of the matter is, when France played against the U.S., the United States of America, Davey Boy went for France.
Correct.
And that should be written and talked about and yelled from the mountain.
And then
I'll never forget it.
And then I went for him again against the women. I was getting ready to go absolutely
you fucking
bananas.
You traitor.
No, the Olympics are a joke. Let's just be honest about that.
If they played Tatum, you wouldn't have been
correct. Yes.
Right.
Okay,
that's what it comes down to.
But wait,
but in the women, I was rooting against them no matter what.
But the Olympics are not.
Yeah.
The Olympics are not a joke anymore
They're a
because
joke.
it's very competitive. Like the rest of the,
No,
the
no,
world has caught up.
I mean the gold medal. I don't care about sport. The only sports I care about in the Olympics are sports that only matter once every 4 years. I don't care about basketball. Basketball is not the premier
So you don't care
event.
about when you don't care when you don't care about the when we beat Russia in 1980.
Hockey, it might be the premier
time
event.
out. That was amateurs.
Okay,
that,
but you
that
didn't care
before,
when TJ Oshie
that
against
was before
Russia.
That, no,
TJ Oshie, that
the,
was an incredible
the Hockey
moment.
World Cup may be more important than the Olympics.
But how can you say, like, dude? It's our one chance for USA basketball to play against everyone else. It's fun. It was an awesome game.
Dan,
it was an awesome
tournament. Would you rather the Bulls win the NBA title?
Of course, I'd rather the Bulls. That's not what I'm saying.
Answer.
But that doesn't mean it can't matter. That doesn't mean it can't matter.
If it's not your primary, no. If an NBA championship matters,
I understand that, Dave. But all right, so would you rather win a Super Bowl or an NBA championship?
Super Bowl.
All right, then the NBA championship doesn't really matter.
I'm saying the same. No, that was lame. Same sport.
But Dave, still can be something you root for.
He's not saying you have to say it's the most important thing in the sport.
Never did. Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can still root for him. You can
you can still
I chose not to
be in the moment.
My allegiance to the Celtics far outweighs.
Well, so I'm actually if I was a Celtics fan, I would probably be more like Dave. I don't know if I'd be eating the baguettes and all that.
The guy just won a title. Yeah, he got humiliated.
When you get fucked by somebody, and you know, like
he got fucked.
This goes away, and my guy comes back to me. I gotta have his back. I would probably be the same way. Yes.
But I said,
and that was my lead point, Dan. Your team. I'm not saying this to be a mean person.
No, I know what you're going to say.
Your teams are never involved. So if you just came off like a championship and you've been following this guy and you get over the hump to see him humiliated like this, I would hope you would have the dignity and strength within yourself to be like, fuck Team USA.
But I said it to you last week. This is actually a blessing for you because now you've got a guy.
Yeah, I am happy.
He's so motivated. Like he got embarrassed. He did get screwed. I agree with you that he definitely should have played.
So then what's my problem? Che and Frank, I don't know. No. I had so many, and I'm not going to say names because we don't do that here in Boston. But I had so many texts and emails being like, thank you, from inner circle Celtics people being like, fuck this team.
I'm sure. Dude, that is so fucking humiliating. Bring your family over there. And
horrible.
You gear
like beat Jaylen Brown. I'd rather not be on the team.
Right, absolutely. You could go live, just do whatever you want with your life, travel, have fun with your friends, family. Instead, you just sit there and then you get a fucking DNP. Like you can't even get me earned. Like that's fucking.
And Steve Kerr is
it's one thing if it's like, hey, we're here to win, and you haven't been playing well. To not play somebody is
give them 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Yeah,
there's a math problem. There's 8 minutes.
Steve Kerr deserves his nose broke.
Listen, Dave. I agree with you. Tatum is the fact that Tatum couldn't play is ridiculous to me. I completely agree.
Like I said, I really truly hope if you ever reach the pinnacle with the Bulls, that and this happens, you will be like I wonder. You have to go back.
You said we talked about this in the green room. You were like, "What if a Bull was on?" I was like, "Zach LaVine, I wouldn't care because I want him off the Bulls."
Yeah, right. But like, I wonder how like Pistons fans felt with the Dream Team when Isaiah got snubbed.
I get it.
Like, fuck this team. Like,
but still, okay. So all right. So to just put a bow on it, like I agree with you. Tatum should have played. It's ridiculous. He got embarrassed. When Steph Curry is doing that in the last 2 minutes. How can he not feel something? Like I was yelping on my couch.
I felt like I was sitting front row at the Celtics when he did it in my face again.
I was fucking going crazy.
I like Steph Curry, and that was amazing. And hey, I'm so excited he solidified himself as the player of this generation. Good for him. He did that and he proved it because you know what? LeBron's never hit a big shot in his life. He needed Kyrie. And yes, Kyrie did his shot for him. He can't hit those shots.
A masterclass by Portnoy.
Yeah.
This was some of your finest work. As soon as the baguettes came out, I mean, if France wins, you're good. If USA wins, hey, America won. Now with the icing on the cake being that LeBron is no longer the generational player, it's just it always comes up page views.
Yeah. He had it all written out. All I'm gonna say is I very much enjoyed the tournament and watching KD, LeBron, and Steph, who have been so big for basketball for the last 20 years, have this last moment was cool. That's a sports fan in me.
But I think
it is
weird. If there's anybody else out, if you're like really celebrating a basketball medal, that's fucking weird.
No, of course not. It's you do what we do. Like I said at the start of the Olympics.
2 weeks. They played together for 2 weeks.
When the Olympics start, people are like, "Hey, are you a big Olympics guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, if the US wins, I'm gonna fucking brag about it. And if they lose, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's how I judge all the Olympics.
Right.
I have this third, but did you see LeBron scream at that young child and then immediately start dancing?
The dancing was so funny.
The kid was so funny. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and then he just started like fucking breakdancing.
Make space, guys, for King. Make space. Congratulations. Shut bro.
The women's game, almost an all-time choke, because while the men, I could see the men losing it. The women, they haven't even had they've had like one game under 4 points in like 30 years or something crazy that. Yeah. Great game. I really wish I got so fired.
Diana Taurasi making it over Caitlin Clark,
crazy,
and then playing 0 minutes, and the time
because she's 100 years old. I got so
and
fired
being like,
up.
I got my 6th medal. It's like, shut the fuck up, man.
I got so fired up. I placed $100,000 on the Indiana Fever to
win
the whole thing. To win
10.1 mil ever. I mean, not even
if
close.
It won
for WNBA.
Oh my god! If you ever get
but I just mean in general. Has anybody placed a bet on the WNBA that even?
Oh yeah.
No. Got to be the biggest WNBA bet ever. Oh, we should have also, Dave. I mean, if you even get to a place where you can hedge that.
Yeah.
I was
no hedge. You got to ride.
I was fired up.
Such a big bet.
I was fired up when I placed it, but there is logic behind it. They are.
I think so. Yeah.
They started 1-9. They're 10-13 or something now. This is the first time she's gotten a rest since playing in college. Her and Aaliyah Boston are like pretty fucking good together now. Their odds are they're gonna make the playoffs.
Are they in the playoffs right now?
Yes, they're in the playoffs right now.
And what do? They do like how many games in each series?
3.
Shorter.
I think it's 3.
Right? They already beat the #1 team in New York. So yeah, she gets hot. Forget about it. So whatever. Just Bro,
if you get $10 million off of Caitlin Clark, I'm gonna fucking explode.
Insane.
So
we should have mentioned, by the way, there was one other story from the men's that we should throw out there. Fucking Jokic is the best ever. Did you see that? Serbia won the bronze and they went straight to the bar and got fucking shit-faced and then showed up for the medal ceremony. Like, Jokic looked like he was going to puke at the medal ceremony. They were all bombed. And then, like, it was probably 5 hours later, he was at the horse track.
I saw him at the horse track. There's a lady with like a camera right in his face.
Yeah, he's wearing a tank top, drinking a beer. Like
that's what I do. I would rush to the horse track.
The clip of Jokic, there's one clip where like one of his teammates like kind of put him in a little bit of a chokehold at the medal ceremony, and it looked like he was gonna puke everywhere. That's how drunk they were.
Speaking of horses, by the way, we have Dylan Davis wearing Barstool pants.
Let's go. Your guy.
And he won a grade 1. He's been on fire.
And you're taller than him.
You know who posted that? Like the fat Jew. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Wait, the guy from like 10 years ago?
Yeah. He's like, Dave Portnoy is so small. He came out. It's like, I think he came out from death. He unburied himself just to post.
I like that.
I don't know if I have beef with him or not. Simply Safe. If you're like me, you're constantly thinking about the safety of the people and things you value most. Sleep better every night knowing Simply Safe's 24/7 monitoring agents are standing by to protect you. And if someone tries to break in, they'll send emergency help when you need it most. We want you to have peace of mind, which is why we partner with Simply Safe to offer listeners 20% off a system. Just visit simplysafe.com/rundown. Simply Safe just keeps getting better with exclusive live guard promotions. Simply Safe agents can act within 5 seconds of receiving your alarm, can even see and speak to intruders inside your home, warning them that the police are on the way. As a Simply Safe user, no surprise that Simply Safe has been named Best Home Security Systems by U.S. and News and World Report for 5 years running, Best Customer Service and Home Security by Newsweek. Protect your home this summer with 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafe.com/rundown. That's simplysafe.com/rundown. There's no place like Simply Safe. Before we move on, another generational question. And this always happened in basketball. But Steve Kerr's got to be the luckiest human ever. He's done nothing. Right place, right time, lucky sperm.
I don't know. That 2015 team didn't have a super team.
I mean, he's always
Steph Curry.
Whether it's the
Bulls,
but Spurs, he just, it's kind of a Phil Jackson thing. You know, I mean, like, do rings follow him, or does he follow rings?
Yeah, I mean, you have to have good players to win a championship. You can say that about any coach ever.
He as a player and a coach, he plays the role well of how to win championships.
Yeah, you gotta have good players, but like super team.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying about the super team.
And then Jordan.
Yeah, but the 2022 and the 2015 titles were not super teams. And again,
that's the year they beat us?
Yeah.
I mean, Clay, Steph,
those were drafted guys.
Super team when you draft well.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't
Are the
draft
Celtics
them.
a super team?
He didn't draft them, did he? Wasn't Mark Jackson there?
No, but I mean, the GM drafted him, but like,
yeah,
those
so
were all
he just showed up.
guys.
The cups are already in the
Mark
cupboard.
Mark Jackson didn't win a title with them.
They took him out right when they were getting good.
I don't know, Dave. Listen. Steve Kerr has definitely been around some very talented guys.
You're just being a lib. You're just defending a lib.
What?
Lib cat.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Curry, you know, he come right to the defense.
I mean, everything in your brain is politics now. How does that even have to do with politics?
Well, it was a joke. He's
I know. But he's a. You actually think he's a bum?
I do think he's a bum.
It's great.
I think he's a bum. You can't.
Did you think he was a bum before Jason Tatum?
I was neutral on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now I think he's a bum. I think he's an arrogant bum. I don't like that first speech. I'm such an idiot. How did I not get him in the game? Then you do it again.
Math problem. 8 less minutes.
Breakdancing. People are going crazy on this breakdancer. Who cares? I mean, to me, you could have told me she was a great breakdancer. I was been fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even if you don't know about breakdancing, you look at her, it was very bad.
She was bad. She was really bad.
And she had some sob story. I thought it was kind of funny at first. It was almost like a Sacha Baron Cohen thing, like somebody like snuck into the Olympics. But then she had some sob story about like how hard it was for white people to break dance and how hard it was to get. And then it just
she's like a woke professor that wrote about.
She has a PhD in breakdancing. Whatever the fuck that means. She should have just been like, it's fucking
how
crazy.
does anybody take the Olympics seriously?
I know. Well, I also learned from Jeff.
People saying I'm anti-American, and we got breakdancing. We got Van Lith with a 3-on. Van Lith has an Olympic gold medal, and Caitlin Clark hasn't been to the Olympics. Like, is the whole thing so stupid?
But I didn't realize it was actually a one and done. That France chose it to be an Olympic thing, and then LA, it's not going to happen. So it really was just like a one-time thing. And
you get to pick
baseball and football and all that.
Very dumb.
Yeah, I thought when I first saw the clip, I was like, "Oh, this is just breakdancing." But then I saw some clips of the actual breakdancers. They're fucking insane. There was a guy spinning on his head for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, the guys can do. I still genuinely think there are guys like on the subway in New York City that could compete.
100%.
Like don't need the training. The women was a tough watch. The guys could do some cool shit, but I think there are legit like homeless guys who could smoke it.
Do you guys see it was Matt Kuchar, what he did?
What a dick.
What an asshole.
What a dick.
This is why people hate golf, like shit like this. This is what they think of.
So for those who didn't see Matt Kuchar, it's the Wyndham tournament. He's out of it. They have weather issues. He's on the last hole. He tees off into the group in front of him. It's getting dark. And he says, I'm not going to finish. Everyone else in the tournament finishes. He finished this morning at like 8 a.m. An all-time funny clip, by the way, of him like putting in. You hear like a couple scattered. That's what makes golf golf.
And there was probably someone who had to like go to work today when they didn't think they had to.
Someone, a lot of people.
Yeah, all that shit. Oh, what a dick. To finish like what, +1 or whatever it was. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he finished 12th and it meant nothing. People were like, oh, well, he could win 50 grand more. His reasoning was he wanted to show the younger golfers he was golfing with that we shouldn't be playing in dangerous conditions. Then the other guys just finished out. Why you're on I understand if you're on like the 15th hole and it's getting dark. He literally had 2 shots left.
And whatever, 50 grand is not worth looking like an
like Matt Kuchar's a pretty accomplished golfer.
I made 60 million and he didn't win it, by the way. He didn't get the extra 50 grand. He just he stayed 12th.
Is he a known jerk?
Yes, I think I think there's stories about him tipping very poorly and shit like that. So,
a known jerk, Matt Kuchar. Last one. This was a Chicago story. A lady, I didn't even know how she stole $1.5 million worth of chicken wings. It was during COVID. She was ordering like bushels of chicken wings that was supposed to go to the school, I guess, and she was taking it herself. I don't know if she was then reselling. I don't know what you do with these chicken wings.
She was reselling so when COVID was happening, the schools were shut down. Some kids were still getting food delivered to their house, and so she was ordering just millions of chicken wings. And initially you'd be like perfect crime, but apparently they caught it because she was owning the bone-in chicken wings, and they don't serve those at school because it's like a choking hazard. Yeah. So that's how they caught. Like, how do you fuck that up? Just get the chicken nuggets.
And no one's in the school cafeteria eating the bone wings.
Right.
The chicken nuggets. Come on.
You know what's crazy? She got 9 years in jail for this. I feel like you hear like the FTX guy got like, 9 years.
Yeah. 1.5 million worth of chicken.
I know. You hear like sentences where people like murder somebody, they don't get 9 years.
Like, whoa, wait, what the fuck? 9 years. Priors or something?
Chicago, I feel like you can carjack, they don't go after you. It's like, no, they don't. But this lady 9 years for stealing chicken wings.
You gotta make a statement. You gotta let them know chicken wings.
Nobody else is gonna steal chicken wings ever again. I'll tell you that much.
Well, $1.5 million in chicken wings. That's impressive. Like, you are the chicken wing bandit. I don't. Yeah.
And even doing this rundown as many years, it takes a lot because I'm putting the thing. But that headline, I'm like, what? 1.5 million? You dive right into it. Like, I gotta figure out how this happened.
But how do you do the bone in? Like, that's such a simple thing. You just can't.
No such thing as a perfect crime.
It was, You just get the you get 1 point. She would still be buying the chicken nuggets if she fucking just did that. Crazy. She got two ahead of herself.
Post show, we had a brawl at Rough and Rowdy.
Insane.
That was
unbelievable moment. I'm glad that even though you said that the Abels called me a cheap Jew, is that what they called me?
I think there was a video and they were calling me bitch cat. Yeah.
I'm glad
after I had said I would pay for their bail, which they didn't get arrested, and then they threatened to sue us for saying they got arrested, even though we were just commenting on the fact that they were getting handcuffed in front of us.
Yeah.
Did not get arrested. So just have it on the record. The Abel brothers did not get arrested.
When Dan was like, "Oh, the Abel brothers are getting arrested," and Bob Fox goes, "Well, yeah, of course."
It was awesome.
Oh, we got a brawl.
We got a brawl. We got a full brawl.
Brawl in the ring.
We got a full brawl.
This is Khabib McGregor. This is Khabib McGregor all over again.
Someone get Frank. Oh my God.
Holy
this
shit.
Is incredible. We got cops in the ring. Oh no, the Abel brothers are getting arrested, I think.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
The Abel brothers could pretty much do anything, and I'd still like them. They could call me any name. And so they're saying I cheaped out. First of all, let's clarify. The Abel brothers got screwed in the decision. He clearly won the fight, and he got cheap shotted by somebody in Mikey Bett's crew. So he had every right to throw the punch. So the Abel brothers were in the right on both times. Mikey Bett's celebrating like he knocked him out. I guess he won the fight, but nobody with 2 eyeballs thought he won that fight.
So does the loser leaves town still stand? Like they can never fight again?
No, you can't. I love the Abel brothers too much.
But listen, I knew this was gonna happen. You can't have a loser leaves town.
He won the fight.
He won that's the thing. I think they have to fight again. And the The Abel brothers
allow. Fight again, but it's the same.
He clearly won the fight.
I'd be down for that. 5 rounds too.
Next time, if you try to do this again, people are gonna go, oh well.
He clearly won the fight. He got rigged. And I don't know if the Abels think I rigged the decision.
Yeah, they do, Dave. They were like, who did you pay off? It's like, do you guys understand Rough and Rowdy? Like, we say on the broadcast that we have no clue what these refs are looking at half the time.
Or even how they score the fights.
Or how
clue.
How can any judge be like actually scoring these fights? They're ridiculous.
Like when they said split decision, I was stunned. They also continually, they keep being like, how about you give us $10,000? I'm like, no. And then they just say, I owe it to him. So like I
love him though, dude. I love him. Approach. Spencer Abel he was legitimately, I saw him before we went nose to nose before I went to call the fights. And he was like, you didn't come to my birthday party or something. He was like, you for what happened with my birthday. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but there's something about them. They're just, they're little bit of, shady stuff, but I don't care. I love them. They got a je ne sais quoi.
When he had 16 cops on his back, he looked as calm as ever.
Yeah. He was waving. He was waving to the camera. Like, I've been here before. He just in the melee in the ring and just
all Mikey Betts' crew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frank, we almost lost him, I think.
Yeah.
Did you see Frank at the fucking Frank? I don't understand. The guy just doesn't quit. He was at a fucking rodeo the next day.
Yeah, I saw that. You're like, Frank is everywhere. There was a bull Frank the Tank. There may be multiple Frank the Tanks at this point. He is everywhere.
Yeah, the rodeo clip was just like, all right, we got this bull Frank the Tank. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then they just show Frank sitting front row with a cowboy hat. It was like 12 hours after the melee at Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah, he is everywhere. Awesome. Throwing out first pitches, rodeos, melees. The man's everywhere. All right.
Incredible.
That's all we got.